even people with high incomes are living paycheck to paycheck because they're not checking their habits and their mindset.
Just because you have some
What's up,
debt
y'all?
doesn't mean that that's the thing you should be attacking. Maybe you should be attacking your cash flow.
Generational wealth is about like the mindset that gets changed in each generation.
We need to go back to the drawing board to teach people how to earn money.
No matter how much money you're earning, it's all gonna fly down the drain because you've really never mastered how to create habits.
If you don't have new conversations, you'll never open up doors to opportunities that are out there for you to make new money. What's up, y'all? We're live. Welcome back to another Money Mondays with the Mouzons.
Good morning.
Hey. Glad we're
On this
here.
rainy Monday.
That's right, rainy Monday. Give me a second. I'm gonna try something.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
And then we'll close it
link
and link it.
Yeah.
Or, well, not link
Put it
it,
in the comments.
but like,
Put the
I
link in
mean,
the comments.
we may even post it, but just so I have a visual of
Yeah.
like what we can look at. Anyway, y'all,
Okay.
we're just getting prepared here. Hope everybody had a good weekend.
Yeah.
It's Monday, March the 16th. And there we go. Cool. And yeah, we're here. We're locked in. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope everybody's having a good week so far. And yeah, you never have anything to say on that opening. You know that? Right? Like you never have like I'm always gotta like improv my intro message.
Really?
What do you mean, really? Like
because I guess you start. I don't know. I think
you always go right. You go
or
right.
I just go right into
You go
the
right
topic.
into the topic, right? You have
I don't know what else to say. I mean,
say hello.
hello. I did say hello. I said good morning.
All right. Good morning. Anyways.
And then I said the weather.
No, you didn't.
I said on this rainy Monday.
Sure. Anyways, we're back. Another Money Mondays. Again, the reason we do this, y'all, is so you have a place that you can talk finances and have a financial conversation and talk about what's happening and let you know you're not alone.
Yes, you have resources and people.
That's right. You have resources.
People who care.
That's right. And because of that, yeah, we got to come to you every Monday.
Yeah. And also, like, I think we also bring like that family element because I think that's important. I actually just had that epiphany. I think that, yes, I don't think I've actually, maybe have mentioned it in the past before, but we bring a family element where most financial advisors or like financial advice environment bring like you're just talking to one person. That person usually isn't talking to you from a family perspective, more like a business perspective or like, but then when you talk with us, we bring like that family element, like,
Sure.
like, and yeah, like you get to see our family, you get to see that we're family people. We're not like just a professional person you have to stay professional with. It builds a different relationship and a different connection.
Yeah.
And I think that's important. Especially now in this day and age, I think people need more connection.
Transparency earns trust.
Yeah.
Right? Transparency earns
and
trust.
authenticity, yeah.
So the more like you guys can see into
and relation. I think that's what I'm trying to say more is it brings relation. Because
relationship,
relation, like we're
like they can relate to us.
Yes, they're a family.
Relatability.
We're a family. Yeah.
Relatability. Gotcha.
Exactly. Relatability.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So yeah, being relatable. It's important.
Yeah.
Important.
And then that creates more trust and belief that like sometimes in finances we think, they're not in my situation, so they don't understand, or like they're just a professional and then I'm just going to get professional advice. So there's still like they don't understand completely. Whereas like when it's in relation and you feel you can relate to them because you're very similar and they do understand because they're a family too. And, they talk about family. I know their family. I know that they wake up on Mondays and they talk about this and they're running a household and they work and, and they think about money and they, it's so much more relation. I think at least relation helps me want to buy.
I don't know that.
Relatability.
Yeah, I don't know that. I was gonna say you can say
Relation.
relation. I don't know that
Yeah,
relationship, but yes, I understand what you're saying.
Being able to relate.
Yeah, being able to relate.
Yeah.
Relatability,
Yeah.
right, is important for people to know that like you understand
Creates
because
trust.
you're going through similar or whatever
openness.
the case is. So hopefully you guys pick that up. Hopefully you pick up the fact that you can DM us, you can reach out to us, you can message us. If you have our number, you can call us and text us. And if you have a financial question, you could drop it here. You could talk to us about it. Like that's kind of the reason why we do a lot of this stuff.
Especially for families.
Why we don't just show up in suits and like all stuff, and we sit at our kitchen table and kind of have this conversation. So yeah, we want to continue to do it. We want y'all to continue to be engaged, continue to drop, comments in the chat, and continue to message us. Let us know how we can help financially. Again, you guys know our approach. We're not always just going to talk to you about your investments or the big thing that you have. We really want to make sure you have a foundation that you're saving money and you're out of debt, and you have retirement plans if that's something that you choose to do, or your kids have funds set up, or right at the end of the day you have the right cash flow, you're making enough money, you're not spending it crazy, just some of the basics around money we don't often have the conversation with, but we're all dealing with it. That's what we're going to talk about a little bit today. One of the things that we're going to talk about is some common financial regrets. We read an article over on Investopedia. It'll probably be up somewhere on our United Agency Facebook or LinkedIn page. Ashlyn's putting all the things I send her. She's just dropping them on the United Agency Facebook or LinkedIn. Okay. So like the article that we're going to reference today should probably will be posted later in the week at some point. Okay.
But always go to our site so that way you're always in the know of what's going on, what we talk about, because what we talk about is what's happening day to day. It's progressive. We're not talking 30 years back. We're talking like today and ahead, today and forward. Yeah. And that's like the best way to be able to talk about money, because it doesn't matter what happened in the past. It happens what's today and what we're forecasting for the future.
Yeah. And we don't always have to talk about the economy and what's happening, because we really don't have control over that stuff, right? You don't have control over inflation or what's happened in the economy. Like we're in a war. It's funny because like as I look back on some of my old content, right, or my older content that's out there, and we talk about that stock market conversation, the one thing I say in a lot of the older content is the caveat is if we go to war, like this is what happens to the stock market. Well, we're in war, so that's why you're watching the stock market not do well and be super volatile and oil prices and the whole nine, right? But we can't control that. You could have controlled how much money you put into the market, right? I'm having this conversation with a lot of people. This isn't our topic today, but just because it's top of mind, because it's current events, like what's happening. People that are in there, again, every age demographic, just so you guys know, every age demographic has different financial strategy. Every age demographic, like if you're under 30, you have a completely different strategy than someone that's 55 or older, right? Like it's just a different strategy. Right. So for the 55 and olders, right, let's just narrow down the gap. For the 55 and olders, I've been having this conversation with a few of them. Now might be the time to think, am I over leveraged in the market? Do I have too much? You don't have to pull 100% out. I just sat down with a couple guys that have been doing well in the market, like many of you, and you stick to your stocks, and that's all great and good because you're still in the accumulation mindset. How do I grow it? How does it become more? When a certain point in time comes, like right now, we're in war and we don't know how it's going to play out over the next 3, 4, 5 years. You might say, well, instead of me having 90% of my money in the market, maybe I have 70% of my money in the market. And that other 20 or 30% is now safer. Not stocks and bonds safer. Not let me move it into another bond that's also tied to the market. Let me take it out of the market. And so I'm just going to play with the 70% and I'm going to be safe with the 30%. Some of you need to start having that conversation, 55 and older, of like, oh man, I probably do need to pull a little bit out. Just something to think about, right? We're having the conversation. Under 30, you actually should be looking for opportunity, right? Like
you have time on your side.
You have time, right? And so buy low, sell high, right? Like, will things start going low? Well, do you again, what I've always preached about stocks, and again, this is not what we came to talk about, but like what I've always preached is like, one, you have to understand the industry you're buying in, no more of the index stuff, right? Again, it used to be cool because like, oh, the US economy is doing great. Now tech stocks are down, right? Like all these stocks that like you've been buying into that have been running the economy basically are not doing well. So Warren Buffett method, which I've always taught, one, know the industry you're investing in. Two, learn how to read financials, read a prospectus, go online, learn how to read it. If not, use Chat GPT or use some AI to help you read it. Just download it, put it in, tell me, is this a good company? It's real simple these days, right? And then last,
translate this for me so I can understand it.
So I just give me the points. Like, is this a good company that I should invest in or not? Give me pros and cons. Tell it to it. Upload the prospectus. You'll have your answer. You don't have to learn anything these days, right? It's crazy times. Anyway, third thing is know the management team. This is Warren Buffett's method. Know the industry. So if you know nothing about oil, don't invest in oil. If you know nothing about tech, don't invest in tech. If you know
don't do it just because everyone else is doing it. Like do it because you understand it.
It's not an investment strategy, right? You literally got to learn some things. So learn the industry, learn how to read the prospectus, or now you can use AI to read a prospectus for you, so you actually don't even have to learn. And then the third thing is know the management team. Who's the CEO? Who's the CMO? Who's the CTO? What's their strategy? Are they going to sell? Are they trying to sell off to a bigger company? Are they trying to inflate numbers? If you just learn those three things, then you can figure out what's a good company to invest in right now. That's all, right? And so if you're under 30, you should be doing that research if you really want to win like the stock market game. It's not the only way, but if you want to win that game, you got to get good with it. Anyways, we probably need to have another show about the war and the stocks and all the stuff because that's probably a whole nother conversation. But again, I said today we're going to talk a little bit about these common financial regrets. We saw an article that said that in 2025, they did a poll, they did a survey of exactly what people regret the most when it came to their financial life, right? And so I'll show you a little bit what this says on this side so you can see it. So you guys can see that on the screen there. Again, we took this from Investopedia.com, but here's basically what it says. It said the top financial regrets for 2025. You can see that on the screen. It says the number one regret was what?
Not saving money.
Not saving money.
Yeah.
And here we are telling y'all all the time, save your money. Don't go out and keep, investing in this. And, I got an extra $1,000. Where do I put it? No. Right.
Build a foundation.
Habit of saving is what you've got to build. Happened to be the number one regret for people is that they didn't save money.
Yeah.
Well, we've been telling you. We've been telling the same thing over and over again. You got to build a habit of saving. Every time money comes in, if you're a person that says, I can't afford to save, I don't have enough to save, you're not thinking about it the right way. As long as you have money coming in, as long as you have a job, as long as you have income hitting your bank account, you can save. It's a lie. You're lying to yourself or you just don't know how, but you can save. The key is, what do we always say? Pay yourself first. Yes, you don't have anything to save after you spent it all and paid all your bills and you're waiting until the end of the month to try to save some money. Of course you don't have any. But as soon as the money hits the account, this is what we always say, take $10, take $20 and just put it aside. You're going to waste the $10 to $20 anyway on something you're not even going to remember. So just pay yourself first.
Right.
Do it consistently, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 paychecks in a row, and then you can evaluate. You're not going to need that money. Second thing we always say is don't bite off more than you can chew. If you've not saved any money, don't try to save $500 this month. It's probably not in your budget.
It's not going to stay consistent.
Right. You're not even going to be able to, you're going to need the money.
Consistency in saving is the key.
Because you're building a habit. That's how you build a habit. You do something consistently over and over again. So you can't afford to save $500. Can't afford to save $1,000 just because you have a kind of clean month. No, you're going to need that 1,000. You're going to need that 500. Now you're going to touch your savings. Now you're not building a habit.
Right.
So those are number one.
Next one was making impulse purchases based on emotions. Also something we talk about. We just talked about that like 3 weeks ago, actually. And that's number 2, making impulse purchases based on emotions. Lots of people do it because most of the time, in most cases, our finances are tied in with our emotions, and we have to like willfully learn how to separate the two so that we don't end up in this huge pool of people making impulse purchases based on our emotions.
You got to learn how to deal with your emotional life separate
Yes.
from your finances.
Right.
That's what you said,
Yeah,
right?
separate the two.
You only shop because you're bored. You only doom scroll
Or depressed.
Yeah. Or angry,
Mhm.
or like there's an emotion
Or
attached
you need
to
the high of getting new things.
You're lonely. So
Mhm.
you're like, this will comfort me. Let me order this thing.
Mhm. It's tied to some emotional resource or source.
So question is, do you know your emotions as to why you shop?
Mhm.
Like, do you know your emotions why you impulse spend? Do you know your emotions behind when
It's
you
like peeling back the onion to find out what is the root of that emotion that's causing you to then go out and shop
Mhm.
when not necessary.
Are you is there a low amount, like, and again, this a lot of times is why we call ourselves financial therapists, because if you really do deep work with us, like, that's kind of what's going to uncover, oh, you buy because you have low self-worth, because you literally think that, like, oh, I need these things to make myself feel better about my life, about what I've done.
And we're not just talking to like the day-to-day people who are making like an average income. This also goes for like people who made it into huge richness. I won't say wealth, because you
High
could be
income
rich,
earners.
high income, and then that money could still be going quickly, and you're living paycheck to paycheck. You're living outside of your means. You're still emotionally not happy, because even when we're making a high income, our finances can still be negatively tied to our emotions, which is why a lot of those people don't make it to true wealth, because that's when you're building like legacy and generationally, and it's no longer tied to negative emotions. But even people who have, or people who get into athleticism, and they make huge income, and then it drops because, again, we were never educated enough and never learned how to separate emotions in our finances.
Yeah. Money doesn't change you, it just exposes you. If you're unhappy without money, you'll be more unhappy with money. I know you think differently, but like,
if you're uneducated without money, you'll be uneducated with money.
the shopping habits just get more. You just live I remember we used to always say, right? If you make $1 million and you spend $1 million, you're still broke. You just
Right.
live a different lifestyle, right? You can afford different things if you make $1 million and you spend $1 million, right? You just have nicer houses, nicer cars, nicer things, right? But you're still in the same exact position of someone that makes 75,000 and spends 75,000. Like, it's all the same thing, right? So that making impulse purchases based on emotion, it's really deep work that you got to understand. Your emotions are controlling your spending. You really don't want that thing.
Yes.
You really don't want it. Like, it's helping you fill some need. So you need to get that need filled in a different way, and it'll help you with your money. All right.
Yeah.
Third one says accumulating too much credit card debt was a major financial regret. Right. I don't know. We're like $1 trillion of credit card debt right now in the country. And so people accumulating too much credit card debt. Again, we have the conversation with y'all about debt all the time. Hey, the 101 level is you got to stay out of consumer debt. If you put too much on the credit card, you have a cash flow problem, which means you're spending more than you make.
Or you have a, making purchases problem.
But you're spending more than you make,
Right.
regardless
Yeah.
of it. You're spent like, because ideally, if you have a credit card, you should pay off the card every month, right? You have the money, you pay it off every month, and then that's fine. You can just pay it off. Like, that's the 202 level. Oh, I'm really good with my finances. I run up these cards. I get the points. I get the rewards. I get all the things, and then I pay it off.
Yeah.
And then I do that every month, and now I can get a free trip to France because I've just been paying all my bills on the credit card, and then I spend it. But that's not most people. Most people they're putting money on the credit card, and then they're paying minimum payments or a little bit, and they're not able to like knock it down because they've spent more than they brought in.
Right.
That's the problem. That's it. There's nothing wrong with actual credit cards. It's your habits are what's making the issue.
Right.
And so a lot of people are accumulating too much credit card debt because they're living above their means. They're spending more than they make every single month, and they can't keep up. They don't have a way to make more money. They aren't knocking down. And so that happens across the board. How do we do it? If you have credit card debt, number one, stop using the credit cards. I know that's hard for most people, but for real, you got to stop using the credit card.
If you can't get it without going into further debt, then you don't need it that bad.
Exactly. You got to stop using the credit cards first and foremost. And
Unless it's like an emergency, of course. I'm not saying you don't need it that bad. I'm sure there are emergencies, but then again, we have a cash flow problem, and we need to then do what we're about to talk about next,
which is
people not caring enough about their finances.
Yeah.
And that's a huge thing, because people will complain about being in debt and having emergency after emergency or problem after problem, but then there's no changes that are happening on the back end to then break that cycle, and which the main change is going to be figure out more cash flow. Because if you're at your current cash flow and you're having these problems and unable to deal with emergencies and unable to get ahead, then you have to go back and you have to fix the problem. Otherwise, that cycle will continue. Nothing's going to happen that's going to change that unless you go back and figure out, I have to make more cash flow. I have to care more about my finances. I have to budget. It's not even just cash flow. I have to actually track,
by the way,
and spend more energy in my finances.
Caring more means you spend more time there. Anything you care about, you spend time there. Mm-hmm. So you can say all you want, I care about my finances, but if you are not spending at least an hour a week, at like 4 hours a month is like nothing when it comes to like time. We have 168 hours in the week. That's 336 hours in every 2 weeks. Right, I'm not going to keep going, but that's like 700 some hours, 800 hours in the month. You can't spend 4 if you say you care about your money, right? Don't just do it on like lip service. Don't just say like, oh, I care about it. No, I really do. No. Like an hour a week, 2 hours a week, 3 hours a week of just let me dive into my money. Let me dive into my tracking. Let me look at my bank accounts. Let me try to consolidate credit cards. I mean, we just had a conversation this morning about, should we cut cable? Do we really need it? We're talking about $100 in our spending that it's like, well, maybe we could. Like, we don't really watch it.
It doesn't work.
Right? We don't really
watch
watch
electric.
Right?
Your cable doesn't work. Service electric. Golly. Like, I'm more than happy to pay for it if it works, but it doesn't work. It's been like 3 years. It doesn't work. It's ridiculous. We're also in the woods, but we're not that deep in the woods that it shouldn't.
Either way.
Yeah.
Right. Yes.
Anyways,
yes. Right.
We also made that phone call.
We care, right? We went out to lunch yesterday and she's haggling over an $8 drink, right? It's like, we care about our finances. We actually like think about these things. It's not out of sight, out of mind. Like, we actually do have these conversations. So again, it shows there people's regret is not caring enough about your finances. Well, you can change that if you put time into it. Last 2 things. One says not saving for retirement. Again, people have regrets on that, especially older people as you get older. I just saw a TikTok. Somebody was like, I'm 55 and I've been working since I was 15. And I have nothing to show for it, right? Like, I have no retirement. And that's most Americans. They've been working for so long and then they have nothing to show for it when it comes to retirement. Average, 401k, different age brackets, but it's like, $70,000 for like millennials or whatever's right above us, right? Like, it's not a lot. It's not a lot.
Even $500,000 is not a lot.
None of
I don't think I've seen even many 401ks where they're looking at $600,000, $700,000.
It's not the way it
which
works.
they would think is good, right? But then people don't consider all the taxes that are going to come out from that. That thing is going to drop significantly. And then do people really think you're going to live the next 10 to 15 years on $300,000, $400,000? Like, that's how we need to be putting it into perspective, because no, that's not enough. No.
I mean, it's just basic math, guys. If you make,
especially if things keep size.
If you make $80,000 a year right now at this stage, if you make $70,000 a year right now, and you get to 300,000, you literally saved less than 5 years worth of your income currently.
Right.
If you make $80,000 a year, if you make $100,000 a year right now, and you save $500,000 for retirement, you literally made 5 years worth of your income currently.
And do people think you're going to pass away in 5 years after retirement? Like, no, you're
No.
going to hopefully live the next 15, maybe 20.
No, more than that. I mean,
Yeah.
but most people have been sold a lie that you're gonna need less money as you get older.
Right.
Like you're gonna decrease your lifestyle so
Yeah.
much that you're
Your
gonna
mortgage
need,
will be paid off.
which doesn't
Which
happen.
doesn't happen.
Right?
Yeah.
Like your cost of living is gonna go down, which doesn't happen. You're gonna have
Right.
Social Security. You're gonna have people that take it. Like none of these things are happening, but that's what they told you was gonna happen.
30 years ago, 40 years ago, you know, people were, Social Security was a little bit more. But again, we are talking about today and the next 20.
We're trying to help you plan for what's up ahead. So whatever age and stage you are listening to us at this, right? You could be in your 60s. We're still trying to help you plan to 90, right? You could be 30 and we're trying to help you get to 60, 70, 80, right? Like it doesn't matter what age and stage you're at. Like you're going to deal with money for the rest of your life. So you might as well get good at it. You might as well start understanding like how these things work. And then you get a specific plan for you and your family. Stop listening to the internet. Stop listening to, it's funny when I say that because I'm like, we're coming to you on the internet. But like many of you know us, right? But like, stop listening to the internet. Stop listening to your coworker that works the same job at you, that you haven't looked at their 401k and they're okay with having $200,000. Don't listen to your old family members that are already retired. Like, don't listen to these people. Get a plan for you and yourself. And it takes work and strategy and all the things we're talking about. Don't have these regrets coming up in 2026. The last one said overspending due to pressure from friends or significant other.
Mhm.
What is that? That is keeping up with the Joneses. That's
Right.
when you and your significant other are not on the same page and they want a vacation and have the house and da-da-da. And you're like, no. And you fall into that social pressure of like, oh, we got to get the new car. Oh, my kids got to go to the school, because that's the social pressure of spending money. The keeping up with the Joneses, the people that are around you, your neighbors. Oh, they got a car. My cousin got this. Right. I saw my neighbor got this. How come they're further ahead? And I'm like, you don't even know their financial life.
Right.
Right. You're just they're in debt too. Right. They're not doing well too. Y'all don't talk to each other about your money. Y'all just look at the things. You look at the trips. You look at the stuff. You don't know people's financial life.
Mm-hmm.
They talk to us about this stuff. Right. Mm-hmm. And we know everybody's kind of in the same spot.
Right.
Right. They're all in the same spot. So these are some top regrets. These are some of the top regrets that they saw last year. And this is all the stuff that we've been talking about over however long we've been doing this. Right. And so we just want y'all to get better. We want y'all to not have those be regrets, not have the emotional spending be a regret, not have like any of those things become a regret as to like why you're not where you want to be financially. Mm-hmm. They're all easily, like they can all change very easily, but you have to be like intentional about changing those types of things. Saving money. You have to be intentional about building the habit of saving money. You have to say, yeah, I'm not good at saving. Okay, well now sit down with us. Why not? Let's help you through it. We've helped tons of people through the process of learning how to save money. Mm-hmm. We're just the coaches. You're the player though, right? Like you got to do the work. You got to build the habit. We can't in the gym lift the weights for you, right? Like we can tell you how to lift the weights. We can tell you the plan, but we can't lift the weights for you. Mm-hmm. You got to do your own work. You got to dive into your own emotional state as to why you buy so much and why you need so much, right? Like we're just going to point it out and then we can hold you accountable to it. Right now, if you got nobody holding you accountable, it's probably why. Mm-hmm. Probably why you're not where you want to be. So, yeah. You got closing words? I got to go bowl.
Nope. I think the number one thing there will help to fix more of those other things is just to care more about your finances. I think that was a big takeaway. It was third on the list, I think, but I think that is the solution to all of them on the list, is to just put more focus and energy there, and not in a stressed out way, not in a, angry way, because then again, we talk about emotions and stuff like that. We want to tie positive emotions, positive energy to our finances, but just care more about it. Get more curious, put enough energy there to reach out to that person like us and be like, hey, I do need to have this conversation more often, and I do need the accountability because I need to care more about my finances. So care enough to reach out to the right resources and get it done. That's really the point.
That's it, y'all. Mm-hmm. We want y'all to get better. So continue to get better. We're around. Let us know what you guys need. Shoot us a message. We try to come to you guys every Monday to have these conversations, and we'll continue to. So
All right, if you're in Pennsylvania, be careful driving out there. It's supposed to be thunderstorming later today.
it's like the whole East Coast. Like
the whole East Coast.
Yeah, the whole East Coast. It gets rough.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
hope you guys stay safe in the weather.
Yes.
And we will
Have
see
a
you
good,
guys
productive week.
in the stream.
Okay.
We see you guys next week.
Bye.
All right.